Hi. Today I'm going to talk about how to create a work breakdown chart using Excel. The work breakdown chart or the work breakdown structure, depending on who you listen to, it will give you a list of tasks that need to be done. These tasks are typically done in order from left to right. Each one can be independent, sometimes they're linked, but it's a general overview of the stuff that needs done. Each task might have a series of subtasks. There are tasks that have to be performed in order for the main task to be completed. There are many other structures for these. You can draw these online with Lucidchart. You can use Visio to create these, but Excel is nice and simple. My example today is on how I'm going to paint my house. So I have my task, which is painting my house. I need to do a variety of things to do so. Before I need to do so, my wife and I decide on the color. I also then, once the color is decided, we need to get the paint. The house needs to be prepped. We actually need to paint the house. We need to clean up. And that's it. We're finished. That's essentially painting my house. I want to make this pretty. I'll highlight here, and I'll merge it. That's just to make it nice. Well, now when we decide on color, get the supplies, there are subtasks that need to be done there. So deciding on color, I'm going to indent this to make it look pretty. We're going to get samples from Home Depot. And then we'll hold samples up to the wall. Again, I'm indenting just to look good. And from there, we'll figure out what colors we need. Now, of course, there's always a decision to be made, and since we're picking color in the house, that'll be my wife's job, not mine. I'm formatting here just so it looks good. I'm going to do a wrap text. Okay, so we decide on color. Now we get the supplies. Again, we go to Home Depot. We need to get paints. We need to get brushes. Get rollers, drop cloths, etc. So all this needs to be done. Once the stuff is there, we come home, we prep the house. So there's a lot that goes on here. Move the furniture. We need to fix the walls. I'm sure there are cracks in my walls. We tape up the windows. Now, as you do stuff like this, you realize, oh, I forgot something. You need painter's tape. So this needs done before you can paint. You put the drop cloths down, etc. You see what I'm doing? This is not brain surgery. It certainly isn't rocket science. It's just simply listing the stuff that needs done. So you do this prior to starting your task. In the business world, you do this so that you know what needs done, but you can communicate with your bosses and your colleagues as to what needs done. So then I'll finish this up and then I'll come back and add to this. So painting the house is just that, paint the house. So we need to paint each room, paint the trim, paint the wall, paint the ceiling. Doesn't make sense to paint the ceiling before then. So I'll insert it up here. So paint the ceiling, paint the trim, paint the walls, indent so it looks good, and then clean up. Get the tools, furniture back, untape, whatever. You do in these particular work breakdown studies simply what you think needs done. From here, you could add whatever formatting you want. Like I could bold this, set some background color, just to make it look pretty. You don't have to. The idea is that you understand that this stuff needs done. Typically, it's done from a left to right order, Although you could make a decision that these guys can be done at the same time. As an example, I could send my wife and my daughter to Home Depot to get the supplies, and my son and I can move the stuff around. You do what makes sense based on the scenarios you have. This would be called a grouped task. And sometimes they're illustrated by putting a box around them or highlighting them in the same color. Likewise, you can also assign people to this. I'll do this. My wife and my daughter will do this. My son and I will do this. My son, daughter, or wife and I will do this and never let my daughter paint. She spills everything, etc. And knowing how the house works, I'll end up cleaning up. So this is a work breakdown structure. Very simple. You simply list major tasks that need done, and then you break the task down into subtasks. Anything can be done using this particular layout. The format in Excel is nice and simple. You get columns, you get rows very quickly. If you need to add something, it's a good tool. All right, thanks. Good luck.